Hey boys, so I just started this new channel because I want to talk about self-improvement. Like, I wanted to start my own self-improvement channel. I've actually done a little bit of self-improvement content before, and obviously I'm on my own journey of self-improvement. The reason I'm showing off, I know it's kind of weird, a video with a dude without his shirt on, but hear me out. Because, what I mean? I don't want to be afraid to show off, the hard work that I put into my body. Like, I work out every single day. If I'm not going to the gym, I'm doing calisthenic workouts. If I'm not, I'm a skater, so I always am exercising pretty much 7 days a week, and at least doing something outside and doing something, healthy, trying to be, I'm not perfect. Like this morning, I ate McDonald's. You know what I mean? And I probably shouldn't have done that, but you know what? I'm not going to shame myself and I'm not going to get fat because I already know where I am in my journey, and I feel very good about where I am on my journey. But I just wanted to talk about self-improvement and the problem with the self-improvement space, the red pill manosphere. Like, there's so many things in it. Like, I'm just saying there's 20 different spaces here. Like, we're going to talk about the red pill space. I mean, like, there's the MGTOW space. There's so many subsections of this, of what is the manosphere. It's such a broad thing when people talk about what is the manosphere. And really, I think what the manosphere is, a manosphere is the way for men to blow some steam off, and focus on masculine qualities and things that you're frustrated about. And most men are part of this. And I'm just going to talk about the different pills and the different, like, they're stupid. Like, honestly, it's pretty cringe when you have to talk about the pills. And anyway, there's a YouTuber I follow called Kevin Ray Wilder, and I really like his content. But this is a problem I have, and it's part of it. It's a harsh world, and I guess I get it's the truth. People, the brutal truth is that you do have to work on yourself, and you do have to attract women. And of course, like, I'm not going to disagree with that, but my problem with the entire thing is that the reason I follow people like Ice Cold JT and certain YouTubers better is because there's simplicity in certain channels that revolve around this topic. And I just feel like a lot of these channels, Kevin Roy Wilder, I'm going to name a few that do this, that really pisses me. It really annoys me. And it's really just not disingenuous, and it's not good. It's not healthy. It's not putting healthy things into people's brains. And I just want to expose it for what it is. Like, and I'm going to expose it. We're going to name Kevin Wilder, Tribe of Men, Fresh and Fit, who else? These channels, Hamza, Hamza, Andrew Tate, Sneeko, a lot of these red pillars. Let me talk about a little bit in detail what kind of content they're putting out, and that what exactly is causing what the content is that is toxic. Like, this is a toxic form of content. Like, this is not good for us. Some of it is valuable information. I will say that. Like, there is, like, some of the stuff Andrew Tate says is great. That's what I'm saying. I'm not disparaging some of these people. I'm not discouraging them. They're very successful for a reason. But I just want to, like, confront the elephant in the room, which is the kind of, like, unrealistic things they're putting out there for guys who are on self-improvement, especially if they're just starting, or, or especially if the unrealistic, the unrealistic standard that is kind of being set forth. And I think for men to be, the problem what I don't like about this part of the manosphere is that it isn't a good way. It isn't necessarily healthy. And here's the thing. Kevin Ray Wilder has some great videos, but he also has some really horrible gossipy content that is not good and not productive. And it kind of discredits him when he goes into, like, the self-improvement space. I mean, it's not that he is wrong. It's that he gossips about other people that he's, like, following. And I honestly, this is a guy I look up to. So when he's gossiping and being disrespectful to other people, other manosphere creators, even though I completely, his criticisms are usually valid, he pins himself as this guy who has no flaws. who is picking up the women, who is extremely successful, which he's not, but he's even honest about that. But in his debates, like, I just see the flaws with this person because he's a bit insecure because I don't like Fresh and Fit. I think Fresh and Fit, and I don't like a lot of things I don't like about Andrew Tate, in fact, too. I know that I'm going to piss off a whole bunch of Top G fans, but hear me out here. The reason I'm not a fan of Andrew Tate is not because he's wrong. In fact, I actually believe a lot of the message that he says, and I think it's good to empower people, but it's good to be that successful. It's great. But at the same time, I don't like his attitude of kind of stepping on everyone who's below him. I just don't think that's very, that he has more of a Hitler mentality with him, like a dictator type mentality, not a, I am, I guess I look at a fatherly archetype. Like, people look at this guy like he is God. Like, some people look at this guy, Andrew Tate, like he's God and he can do no wrong. And I just want to say that there's a lot of things he says that are true. Like, again, but there's a lot of things he says that are just fucking fucked up. Like, just not good and actually misogynistic and actually not good ways of thinking. And I think this is what we need to get away from in the manosphere. This is where this is growth. Like, this is more being a man. I feel like when you're talking shit about women, when you objectify women, when you have very low morality around women, like when it's just about hookup culture, in the short term, it is the reason I disagree with it is because it isn't improving the way your relationship with women is by watching Andrew Tate. You understand? Like, it's not that you're going to understand what you need to bring value into there. But anybody could say that. Anybody could say you need to make money. And it's like, no fucking shit. You need to make money. You need to add value. No shit you need to provide. It's like, it's built into your DNA. It's literally like you're told from your birth as a man that it's, so he's not really putting out any information that's really that valuable. He's just repeating a message that every red pill channel says. And the same thing with all of this red pill shit. All of this, like, oh, women are the hypergamous. It's like, no fucking shit. They need to survive, dude. At the end of the day, it's like, the red pill isn't that shocking. When you've gotten past the red pill stage, and I feel like this is what I'm starting to get, because I've been stuck in the red pill for a very fucking long time. I feel like I've been like just hating women, and I've been very resentful of women for so long, that it's kind of fucked up my brain, and I'm trying to get past it and become a better man. And through that journey, it has not been easy. Like, I've still sometimes gone back to that way of thinking, and I've thought the wrong things. And I just want to explain why this content is just so bad. It needs to be exposed because this is influencing a lot of men, and it's not good. And I'm not going to say that I'm blue pill because I'm not like some simp. I'm not like, oh man, go pay for every woman. I'm not saying like be a white knight or whatever. In fact, I'm the opposite. Like, I want, like, men need to be valuable, and they need to like respect themselves, and they need to do this. It is, and stop being weak. And it is certainly, and like a lot of the stuff what people are saying is true, but there's some toxic shit in there. Like, for instance, Tribe of Men, it's constantly the same fucking video. Every fucking video that Tribe of Men uploads is the same shit. Oh, look at this woman. She's an example of what's wrong with women. Even though he's right. That's what I'm saying. The frustrating part about it is that they have points. They have a lot of points for what they're saying. Like, I don't like the culture. I'm very frustrated with Western culture in terms of every attitude. Everything is just so backwards and stupid. Men are being told the wrong things of what they need versus, everything is just backwards in society in terms of what is going on. The like Western attitude towards masculinity has become so backwards and stupid that it just doesn't make any sense. Like, men need to be weak now. It's okay to be fat. It's okay to just, you know what I mean? Like, this is the backbone of society. You understand? Like, that's why I think like what men tend to get shamed for being weak and all this, because we are the backbone of society. We're the holders of the shit. Like, we're the fucking maintainers of the household. Like, men, most of the time when you're going to hire somebody to fix your house or fix something, it's going to be a man. I don't know how many fucking workmen there are, but most of the time they're called workman for a reason. There might be some women who can do it, but I'm sorry, the great vast majority are men, and that's just how it is. And I know that's not politically correct, and I know that's not what people want to hear, but the reality is that society has been consistently putting us down. And unfortunately, the side effect of it is the red pill, is this community of, okay, it's not your fault, it's women's fault. And I just think that's not productive now. I'm starting to like see it like more and more. And Self-Developed talked about this. Is another YouTuber that I follow and I respect. Like I said, I respect Kevin Ray Wilder. I just think some of his content is very gossipy and not really productive content because he's like too busy bashing other people who disagree with him and kind of trying to discredit people who disagree with him or who criticize him. And while he has some, while in there, I'm just saying he has some really great tidbits. Like, there's some stuff that he says that is just really awesome. There's some videos that he's done that I just really got to me, really like resonated with me. But there's also a lot of content on that is just not productive, and I think he'd do better if he was more focused on the positive, like maybe not discrediting other people, even if they don't like him. I feel like something that if he really was as alpha as he says he wouldn't be bashing, for instance, Coach White Pill. I get it, like he's probably had some drama, but it's like, dude, you're really not making yourself look good by doing that, in my opinion. Like, that's what I love about, here's like a couple YouTubers that are very good, and I recommend watching them. They're really good about their self-improvement, and they have really good messages. And Jordan Green, even though I think he stopped doing YouTube recently, he has a really good positive message. I feel like his videos have touched me so well, and he's such a positive guy, and he's really improved himself, and he's really, you know, an example of, I think, where men should go, in my opinion. Like, more of a positive vibes. Like, you can be masculine, man, but you don't have to be like hating women like all the time. Like, it's not productive. At a certain point, it's guys, it's not productive to bash women all the time and be like, oh, so woe is me, I'm gonna give them on dating because I don't have this status. And then self-develop. Like, I just think there's some people here that really don't set a realistic standard as well. Like, it's just not like the Andrew Tate standard, man, it's not something you should, it's just not something you should strive to be as a man, in my opinion. It's not like, oh, you know, get money and get all this shit. Like, okay, that isn't the answer. It's all about materialism more than it is about, you know, actually overcoming, actually being a man. You understand? Like, it's so materialistic. And I'm just saying we need to get away from that. Like materialism is as much of a problem, and it is causing a lot of what our issues are. While I think we should grow ourselves, like grow our resources, work on ourselves, like become more wealthy, of course. But it's like, I think we should live within our means. And I don't feel like people like Andrew Tate promote that. They don't promote like making smart financial decisions, like sign up for a stupid university scam thing it's a scam. I'm sorry, it's a scam. Like, there's all these people who say it's not a scam, that it's legit, and it's just even people who are like, I respected, like Spencer Cornelia made a video that was like, not like said it's perfectly fine. But anyway, the fact is, guys, like, be careful who you're influencing you. And here's another thing. We're going to talk about Hamza, well, I think he has some great videos. I think he has some good insight. Vast majority of it is not really that valuable. And in terms of like there's just so many other self-improvement YouTubers that are so much better than Hamza. I'm sorry, Hamza. Like, I know you're probably going to hate this video, but there's just so many people in your space that are way better at making content than you. And no offense, but I really don't believe that you deserve the respect you get, because your content is just like plastered, recreated content using off of the work of other people with crappy looking memes. Like, it's just like, this is like content for children. Like, this isn't for men. Like, in my opinion, this is definitely for younger audiences. That's why I don't really care for it. I'm older, so, and also at the same time, like his obsession with like, um, even though he's honest and he's kind of correct on a lot of the things, like when it comes to PMO, he's just a harshness towards video games. He's just like, video games are the worst thing ever. While I agree that like they can be bad, I think like games can be an issue. Like I think I definitely suffered from my own addiction to video games. Like I've definitely had points, but I never had a point where video games were like actually an issue where they blocked me socially. I never felt like they made me weird. I feel like there's like video games get a bad rap, in my opinion. It's just, I think it's just a typical thing. And he also played RuneScape, which is like a shitty fucking online game that fucking like most people, yeah, who like, no offense, most people who play RuneScape are fucking losers. Like I never was really into it. I remember one of my friends tried to get me into RuneScape and I was like, this game is so fucking stupid. It's so boring. Anyway, guys, I don't know. What are your thoughts?